Hello everybody, I'm SnipingIsFun, and then, this is another Nintendo / Wii Hater type video I've been doing, like the videos I've been doing lately, and I do have quite a few of these, a few of these videos I want to do. Not all of them are Nintendo / Wii Hater videos, but I have a few videos like they're kind of like this that I wanted to do. And don't worry, I have other videos coming out. I'll do other stuff as soon as I get a chance to, besides just these type of videos. I just recently started my wrestling storyline, so those will eventually be back together. And then other stuff like I can do, I hope maybe one day I'll get into another End of Nation Titantron type of thing. I don't know. But this video is another Nintendo / Wii Hater type of video. And this one is the people out there that think the Wii's only been selling as much as it is because of the casual market, you know, that they're the only people that are buying the system and giving it the sales to be #1, when obviously that can't be true. I mean, the casual market is majority of the gaming world, the gaming scene, but to only, you know, rely on that, Nintendo would not be a #1. It would not be a #1. The Wii and Nintendo in general target everybody. They target, you know, the core, like the core gamers, the casual gamers, the new gamers, like, you know, the expanded audience that they got with the Wii, you know, the all-around gamers, the Nintendo only gamers. They target the young people, the old people, male and female. They target people from Japan, from America, from Europe and Australia and Canada and everything. They have universal appeal. They target a wide array of groups and ages and, like, you know, like people. Then that's why the Wii's successful. They have a ton of different markets, a ton of different age groups, a ton of different types of gamers, like, you know, the genre of the type of gamer people can call in themselves. In there, I mean, Nintendo games overall pretty much target everybody. There's a certain few franchises that target older people more, and there's certain franchises that supposedly target, you know, younger people more, but majority, and I'd say about 95% of Nintendo's franchises target everybody. You know, the Marios, and the Kirbys, the Donkey Kongs, the Animal Crossings, and stuff like that. But then when it comes to stuff like F-Zero, Fire Emblem, Golden Sun, Zelda, Sin and Punishment, they target a more older audience, but that doesn't mean younger kids can't get into them, and the other franchises that have universal appeal don't, just because they have universal appeal and they have that appeal that can be applied to children, does not mean older people can't like them. That's why Nintendo games are so successful. That's why Nintendo is so successful. They do that, and that is why the Wii is #1. That's why the DS was pretty much #1, because that's why Nintendo technically is #1. I don't hate Sony and Microsoft like other people do on, you know, End of Nation or anything. You know who I'm talking about. And it's nothing against it. I'm just saying. But they're not as good as Sony. I mean, they're not as good as Nintendo. They're not as good. Sony and Microsoft are not as good as Nintendo. They're not bad. I don't hate them. They've released good games. They get the third-party support. Maybe, like, Microsoft can improve their whole Xbox 360 by hopefully getting rid of the Red Rings of Death. Maybe Sony can bring out more of their franchises like Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper, and because obviously they need to bring back some of their franchises. But I don't hate them, though. I really don't. But it's not just because I'm a big time Nintendo fan. I like Nintendo more, but that's not just because of the fact I grew up with them, but I do like their games. I grew up with them and I like their games. That doesn't mean I hate the other companies, I just like them more. But that's all out of take that out of the situation. Nintendo is successful because they target a multiple genre of people. The thing with Sony and Microsoft is they try too hard to target the supposed hardcore core crowd, that they're not trying so much to get the casual crowd, except for what, you know, Connect and Move is pretty much failing, sort of, and Connect's doing really well, and I'm fine with that. That Connect is pretty cool in a way, in a sense. I mean, if I ever had a 360, I wouldn't mind getting one. I wouldn't mind playing my cousins, because Insane Gaming Geek has a one on 360, and I wouldn't mind playing it. But I'm just saying that they're only trying to target it with an add-on. Nintendo in general, with their systems, with the Wii itself, and, you know, all the systems in general, target it just with the system itself and the games it gets. Sony and Microsoft tend to just do little accessories to try to grab onto that market. Not saying their normal games don't get it, because obviously there's a ton of little kids that play 3DS3 and 360, and you can hear them online. I've been hearing people like they all like talk smack online and everything, as far as I've been hearing. So yeah, kids play it, and I'm sure elderly people play PS3 and 360 as well. So you can't just say older people, like little kids and elderly people, only play, you know, the Wii because they play the PS3 and 360 as well. But you can't say like people my age, like young adults and adults who consider themselves real-time gamers, don't play the Wii. It's a Nintendo console after all. And Nintendo fans, people who grew up with Nintendo, people who love franchises like Mario and Zelda and Metroid and Sin and Punishment, Star Fox and Kirby and F-Zero and Golden Sun and all these other franchises, love playing Nintendo games. And that's why Nintendo is successful with that. That's why Nintendo is where it's at with, you know, the Wii, and where it was at with the DS. And we're more than likely, we can't say for sure, it's not here yet, next generation with 3DS and the Wii 2. We can't say for sure. I'm sure they probably would, but nothing's for certain until we see the future, so I can't really say much about that. But really, you know, that's why Nintendo was number one with the Wii. That's why Nintendo gets all the sales with the Wii. That's why Nintendo is where it's at with the Wii. Nintendo themselves, with every console they've done in the past, and with the Wii now, they target everybody. They bring games out for everybody, and when they have third parties bringing out games like, you know, Monster Hunter and No More Heroes and Muramasa and, you know, Golden Sun and Samurai Warriors 3 and Sengoku Basara, and when they bring out games like Metroid, Fire Emblem, Zelda, and Mario, they target a mass variety, a mass group of people, and that's how they get a ton of their sales on their games. Yes, certain third-party games do suck, but guess what? That's because third parties are stupid. If you're trying to create a show where to go towards the dance game, the people who play the dance games and the minigame collections games, I'm fine with those kind of genres. I like playing dance games and I like playing minigame collections. But when your games are horrible and there's not a lot of effort put in there, they're gonna suck. And if you don't advertise your games, no matter if there's effort put into them or not, they're gonna not sell because no one's gonna know about them. Just saying, that's most of the hate I can see from third party, like, you know, from the Wii, is from third party support, and that's really it, because you can't say nothing really bad about Nintendo support, about 95% of it, because majority of the games they brought out this generation have been good to great. And a ton of but you can't really say nothing bad about third parties overall, because third parties bring out games like, Trauma Center games, and the Monster Hunters, and the Tatsunokos, and the No More Heroes, and the Golden Eyes. Stuff like that. And the third parties are pretty successful as well with that. So people, the Wii's not where it's at just because it's supposed casual gamers. It's where it's at because of Nintendo and their strategies they use with their systems and with their games and how they market it towards everybody. Core, casual, male, female, young, old, whatever country you're from, whatever games you want to play, besides maybe a few genres, you can get what you want on the Wii. And that's why Nintendo's where it's at. I'm SnipingIsFun. Hope you guys like this video. Put it in the comments if you agree with me or disagree with me. Please subscribe if you want to. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.